Hi everybody, in this video we install conduit finally in this mast to get rid of that wire slapping noise while at anchor. And just as a caution, this video has some background noise, which is actually the icebreaker, the George Pierk's icebreaker. They were testing the engine and the sonar out while I was filming this video. So it's a little bit noisy out here, it's a little industrial area. Hey everybody, we got some major mast maintenance going on here. Basically I pulled out the wires, I included a drawstring, and basically I pulled the light out, I pulled the wind transducer wire out, and in its place I have this drawstring here. And what we're not confident on is that it's really hard to tell, and I just don't have the eyes for it, that somewhere down there's like a bar going across, and the conduit needs to go below it. So this is actually the edge of the front that we're going to put it on. So I've got kind of the mast rotated the right way, and I need to have, I can't take this out, the VHF, because I don't have a proper crimper. And the crimper is, it's an LMR 400 cable. The guy who did this before, used a really thick wire, and it's got these, I just can't remember what they're called, but they're a special type of connector. So that comes through here, and I don't have a big enough hole that I could feed it through. And I've already done a repair. I had to borrow a crimper for that, but on the other end, and I just don't want to go through all that again. So the conduit, I want to end somewhere around this yellow, but it'll be down here. So I'm really hoping that this is in the right spot. So if I can get the conduit to, say, 6 inches below the yellow line, and then put a final little cap, I'll drill and tap it right in there. Then what'll happen is I'm hoping that there'll be enough slack in the LMR that it will go out the back of the conduit. So David's here today. He's going to give me a hand. He's got the vacuum. I'm going to drill a hole in the mast here. So if I needed to pull any other cables out, I can. And I'm thinking that I want to have this come out the side instead of through here, because I didn't like the way that it was kind of pinching the cable. I think over time it's going to break the cable. You warmer now? Sun's coming out?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's we just need a little sun sometimes. Okay, so anyways, we're going to get to it. Bought this boat with very little. Had no working engine, no instruments, and I gutted it. I pulled the engine out, and then I decided to go electric. So I put an electric motor in, and had a whole learning curve about that. So I learned about batteries and charging systems and wiring and house banks, all the different solar panel and monitoring systems. And that's what this channel is about. It's about sharing the knowledge that I learned, documenting my journey as I retrofitted this boat. I'm looking forward to next year. Next year I'm going to be taking the boat out to the coast, into the ocean, and I'm looking forward to that. So hopefully you can follow along and join me. Dead battery.
Oh.
So you can see in there now. So our drawstring goes on that side, which is good. There's the blocks are right there. So there's a huge block piece of metal right there. So I just gotta get this thing, needs to be charged. I'm gonna go get the corded drill. The conduit is a Schedule 40 pipe, 1.25 inch inside diameter. Rain or shine PVC cement. And this is CPVC pipe. It's actually food grade, but I got it on sale. There was a business going out of business, and I got them for $10 a pipe. Usually they're $65 a pipe. So I got the whole conduit for 60 bucks. Well, I guess this gives me an indication about how long my mast is. Those are 10-foot sections. And I thought my mast was 58, so I bought 6 of them, but it's not, it's 48. So it's a bit shorter than what I thought. So we're just going to try to artificially fish it up there to see how far we can get. And then, yeah, it'll be an adventure. Oh, it hit the block there, eh? Yeah, it's the block. Just keep wiggling it. You know, we're gonna have to fish this one here for a bit, so we'll work it out. Want to get out of the rain?
It's pretty rainy today.
Well, we're escaping the rain. It wasn't supposed to rain today. It's 21 degrees, but yeah, it's decided to rain. At least Dave got his coat of paints down. We're busy trying to work on the mast, and it looks like there's just a little squall blowing through, so we're just going to wait it out. Should be over in about maybe 10 minutes. Okay. We got the radar installed, the radar mount, and we got the conduit. We test fitted it. We know where it's going to go. We know where we're going to drill to try to secure it to the mast. And we're gonna fish the VHF cable up through the conduit at the same time. With the intent or the hope that it'll stay, I guess, where we want it to stay, and then that when we fasten the conduit to the mast, that we have to drill some holes. So I'm hoping that it'll be just enough over on the side where, you know, we're not going to get a direct drill bit right through the VHF cable, but I'm just going to go really slow once I get through the mast. Because drilling through the conduit should be pretty fast. So just once I kind of feel it going through and I'm able to get the rivet through, I'll stop, and then we'll pop rivet it in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to flip the mast, I guess the right side up or whatever, the front on the top. And then what we plan on doing is drilling the holes for the mid-light, spreader lights, and the radar. And we're not 100% certain where they all need to be, but we sort of know where they need to be. So I think we're going to be okay. We'll just figure it out as we go. Well, it's a windy day, but it's 18 right now. And it's going to be dropping down to 12 as the day. There's like a front coming through right now. I'm working on the sailboat mast, putting conduit in, and I basically put a 1.25 inch conduit and I'm riveting it to the front of the mast right now. It's a slow process, but I'll show you how it goes. My mast is about 55 feet maybe. So what I did is I marked off where the conduits join, so that way I know if for example it's over there, this is a safe place to drill through. Then I measured, you need 2 holes, so I measured where to put this side hole, and then I'm going to drill through at the top. So I'm going to basically use the vacuum to catch the threads off the line or off the drill bit. So then after I drill this hole, I'm going to drill a hole at the bottom, but before I go through the conduit, I've got a special tool. It's like a pick tool. So I'm going to go through this hole, and then this little, I've measured it so that this is exactly on top of the pipe. So when I put a little mark here right on the end, and I know this is the upside. So I basically put that through, I hold the pipe down, and then I drill through the pipe. And then I keep this in place while I put the rivet in, and it just helps nothing from moving around. And I do the side first because I can kind of feel the pipe with the tool, and I kind of know where I am. So I'm going to do that now. So my pick tool goes inside, and my little blue line's on the top, and then I kind of know right where I am, so I just give it a little wiggle, and I can kind of feel the top. That way I know where I am. Then I just rest my thumb on that, and then I drill through the rest of the pipe. I can feel the tension on my thumb screw here. And then without taking my thumb off, pressure off, I can wiggle that in there. And then now I know I'm in the pipe. I can kind of feel it. That's it. Then to finish this one off, I'll put another little rivet in here at the end once I've got everything else done. And I'm just going to flip it on its side so that way I don't get any of the halyards or anything in the way, because I can actually see the blue one right beside it there. So that's why I got to be careful going through that I don't push too hard. So I'm going to carry that on. I'm about halfway done. I've got to do the other half, so I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to do. So getting there, almost done, halfway. Grandpa's helping. We're going to run this wire through there. We've already run 2. Yep. We're going through that little conduit. And we got 2 for the radar. Those were the biggest ones. So those come out here. And now we're going to pull 1 more for the spreader lights, and the next one for the mid light. They all have to come out of this little hole here, so I've got room. Hopefully it fits okay. Go ahead, Dad. Got 1 more to do. Want to pull the wire back, the rope? Just give me a sec. That's it, a little bit more. Yeah, that's good. On. Take it right out. All the way out. Once we get close. Well, that conduit went pretty good. Dad's gonna pull the wire back now. Hey, Dad, go ahead and pull the wire back, the string. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the Ethernet cable up next. Okay. That one was stiffer than the last one. Now I got one more big one to bring through. There's a little one to go back. Got one more to go.
Just pulling the string out was add more friction.
Yeah, it's getting tight. It's getting tight. All right, the last one now. See how this one goes. How's it going? Pull it, pull. There. Okay. Okay, we're getting it. This is the last one. It's getting pretty jammed in there. Got her. That's nice having some help. Grandpa's out here helping, and we successfully pulled all these wires through. You can see here how many we got. This is the side hole and the conduit here. You can see right there. So up here at the top of the mast, I've got the anchor light, and then the camera power, the Ethernet for the camera, and this is my wind transducer cable. I was able to fish it back down. So we've got 4 cables here, 3 cables, 4 cables mid-mast. So 8 cables going through 1¼ inch conduit, and I don't think I could pull, like, maybe if I got lucky I'd pull 1 cable through there. So yeah, if I'm going to add anything else into that, I'm going to need another piece of conduit or something. But I'm pretty happy about this. Got the radar. Everything's looking good. You know what? The one pain in the butt for this was that if the radar cable was damaged in any way, then I'm going to have to replace that. But to replace that, that was the first cable in there. I'm literally going to have to pull out every wire. And that's all the proper tinned Ancor marine grade wire with the nice coating on the outside. So I suppose I could have used cheaper grade wire, and I probably could fit more in there, like another 2 or 3 cables easily. But because of the shielding on that wire, it's not going to leak power anywhere. And then the nice thing about it being in a conduit is I'm not going to be hearing the slapping anymore. So it should be quiet, or I should be able to get it very quiet. Anytime the mast is pitching, before all of the wires would just sort of slap around inside because you can't pull your wires tight. So now that they're in the conduit, there's nowhere for them to go, so I'm not going to hear anything. So I'm looking forward to that. It was Hey everybody, so I'm just going to do up my my lighting here, and I'm just going to show you I'm going to connect up the headpiece. So this is the anchor light that goes on the top of the mast, and I have put some yellow tape because I kind of joined two missed parts together. I had an LED bulb, and then it didn't fit the top of the mast, so I took the old mast top, and then I I put a piece of wood in between, and I screwed the light down into the wood, and then the mast into the wood, and it's got some screws in it, but I just didn't want there to be any water leaks, so I kind of just did that up. And then on the wiring that I'm using, it's tinned Anchor wiring. This is actually 12 gauge, and this is going to connect into my LED. So on my LED I've got a black and a red, so black is actually yellow, so that's got to go in there. And my crimper broke, so I'm just using my teeth on my pliers, and I'm just trying not to push too hard so I don't cut right through it. And I can feel that grabbing. And then this one is the red on the red. So that basically goes in there as far as I can get it to go. Go. And the heat shrink is going to add some protection, if I can get it on there, so hopefully we can. There, it's great. I'm just going to let that cool off, and I can see that the blue inside has shrunk as well. Perfect. And now my wire, I can just tie here. If I ever need a pull string again, I've got a wire up here that I can work with. There we go. That's going to bite there nicely. And that's it. One done. And it's wired right. Looks good. Yeah, well, we're making some progress anyways. This is what the car looks like. We got this is the mount that I'm going to be using for the camera. It's a 1/4 inch aluminum. I got to drill a couple holes in it, and it's the mount's going to go kind of like that. And the camera's here, kind of here on this side facing forward. So yeah, a bit of a disappointment trying to get the bolts off, and this is it's like a U-bolt that connects my spinnaker, and it looks like it just snapped kind of where there's like a drill out hole for the cotter pin, and I guess it was just weak or hot, or I don't know. It seems like every time I touch a bolt on this mast it just breaks, so I got to punch it out. Okay, so I'm gonna go find one now. Hopefully I can get that at the marine store, because it's got to be a Marine 316 grade U-bolt, and I need it just a little bit longer, half an inch longer, so I can slip my plate over. So my intention was to put the plate, drill a couple holes, put that there, and then bolt through that have the nuts from the shackle hold it on, so then I don't need to drill any other holes. It's a big thick piece of aluminum. It's got a nice brace. So, but nope, of course it's got a brake on me, so gotta go to the store. I'll be back. This one, clip that in. And then this one goes here. And that's how it makes it waterproof, basically. This is outdoor tower wire, Cat 5 or Cat 6. So the wire's a bit thicker. And there's an insulation and an isolation coil around this wire. It's kind of like a sleeve made out of steel wire, and it's got like an aluminum sheeting around it that goes all the way down to provide interference mitigation from wireless or anything like that. So I'm gonna put some silicone over here too, I think, because I've got some gaps in the wire. So it's going to fill that in. For the Cam 300, Raymarine suggests using these waterproof connectors. I just wanted to put it into a waterproof box as well. So I put this enclosure box on the top of the mast, on top of the camera, and then I put the waterproof connector inside of it. So just in case water does get in this box, it's going to be protected with the waterproof connector anyways. But I figured it's a pretty harsh environment. This might be a better way to go. Well, this little goodie right beside me, I'm hoping is going to be able to help me out by keeping an eye forward along my waypoints and in front of the boat, so I can mark where there's obstacles or something like that in channels. So when you go through a channel, sometimes the sand shifts a little bit where it's marked, and I'm hoping that this gives me an advantage being by myself, not being able to see quite there. So I've got it facing forward and down, I guess, and then maybe at about just a little bit over 45 degrees. So we'll see how much I see with that once I get it up on the mast, and I might have to climb and re-aim it. Well, it's a little bit messy, but it's working out okay, I think. So I've got that aiming approximately maybe 50 degrees, so not quite 45 degrees down, but just maybe an extra degree, 5 degrees up maybe, because maybe even more, 60 degrees. So I'm going to check the beam or the angle of it once I get it, the mast raised. And I turn it on for the first time. I haven't even turned it on yet, so blind faith that I got my connectors correct. But I'm going to do the other end once I get it into the boat. Oh, I got a halo behind me there. So I took the time just to tidy up, and I got my my standing rigging kind of going through my stays or my spreaders, so it's looking pretty good here. I got my flags. I don't know what the nomenclature is that, but that's for my burgies. But my flag staffs or my flag lines, I don't know what they're called. Maybe if somebody does there, they can comment on it. So I got those done, and then I was just debating whether or not this is actually going to fit it through my hole in the bottom of the mast or not, because this is pretty stiff now. Like, Some of them are flexible, but we'll have to see. I don't want them to get sheared off when the thing goes in, so I might have to pull a few of them in out of the loop just to make it a little bit less bulky. So I think overall it's pretty good. All these last little minute things, these little boots are to help protect the connection joint between the spreader and the stay. So I've got them all prepped and in the right spot. I untangled all of the lines so that when we lift the mast up, they'll all be in the right location, best that I could tell. And then up here, got the camera installed and the box all done. Everything's, I plugged some holes and then I reattached. This is the Davis wind instrument. So basically when you're looking from below, you can kind of tell right now that would be like the wind is directly in the front. So I would not be able to sail like this. So when it's like this, that's the most that I can go on that direction. And this is the most that I can go on that direction. So when you're down below, you can just look up and you can kind of tell your wind angle. Also got the wind transducer there installed. Use dielectric grease. And I've got the VHF installed again, and I put dielectric grease on the connection here as well. This year I'm actually going to be seeing AIS in action, I hope, so we'll see how it goes. There we go. Well, I'm going to miss this. My slip is over there empty, but it's burnt down at the moment. But when I put in a month, I'm heading east. We'll see how far I make it. But the sunsets here at Hamilton are just beautiful down at the marina.